audio and video. And I would also like to share the disclaimer screen really quickly, and you can just take a peek at that. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always come off of mute and leave them in the chat for me. Great, thank you so much for your patience on that. So welcome everyone, my name is Melissa, and tonight I'll be guiding you through all levels yoga. So we will practice together for 45 minutes. And just a reminder to listen to your body for the class. So if any stretches are not working for you, please skip them, come on out and modify. So props that you're gonna need. I always like having the yoga mat. I love having a blanket and a yoga block. So if you don't have a blanket, you can always grab something off the couch, a blanket or a pillow or something like that if you'd like a little bit of padding. And then the yoga block's great because it can just bring the ground a little higher up. So if you have a yoga block, that's awesome. And you can also grab something that looks like it, maybe a book or something like that. You can always get creative with the props around you. Let's take a moment to close our eyes and drop into our present moment. And as you settle here, we'll just take a moment to observe your connection to the ground. Just noticing where your body is meeting the ground, the edges of the legs, the edges of the feet. And then grounding through your sitting bones. We will lengthen through the spine, lengthen the back of the neck. Reach, stretch through the crown of the head. And then dropping in and connect to the rise and the fall of the breath. Lengthening as you inhale, lengthening as you exhale. And maybe encouraging your exhale to be a little bit longer than your inhale. As you're breathing, just noticing the 4 parts of the breath. We often think of the breath as just one part. Noticing the inhale, the space, the pause, the exhale, and the space, the pause. And then noticing how each breath so freely flows one into the next. Without any thought, the breath moves seamlessly and the breath flows continuously one into the next. If you would like, set an intention for your time on the yoga mat tonight. And then intention could be anything that you would like it to be, maybe to bring some relaxation into the moment, maybe to take this opportunity for some self-care and to take care of yourself. It could also be that you really want to push yourself. Maybe you want to work yourself as hard as you can in each posture. So there's no right, there's no wrong. Intention is whatever you would like it to be. Let's begin to draw our chin to our chest. Lengthen the back of the neck. Allow for your head to relax back. So we're just going to float our gaze right on up to the sky. Chin to your chest. A little bit of a rounding here as you relax your head. Floating the gaze up. And just moving with the rise, with the fall of your breath. Coming into a neutral neck, right ear to the right shoulder. Come back to center, left ear to left shoulder. Back to center, side to side. Coming into a neutral neck. Look off your right shoulder, lengthen, give yourself a nice twist. Come back to center, lengthen, look off your left shoulder, giving yourself that nice twist. Back onto the center, lengthen, gaze off the right. Back onto the center, lengthen, and release to the left. Back onto the center. Let's lengthen here, and we're going to take a moment just to kind of send our chin forward, and then we'll take an opportunity to draw our chin back. We're going to send that chin forward, float yourself back, and then we're just going to go side to side here for a moment, forward and backwards. Let's come back to center. We're going to realign here. Let's take our right hand down to the ground. We're going to create a little bit of a sweeping movement. So this left hand's going to sweep off to the right. And then you're going to roll your shoulder back a little bit and kind of roll your heart open. We're going to come back to center. So that left hand's going to float us through. Planting your left hand, and then we're going to open up. And then we'll try that on the other side. And then let's just go side to side here. So this is going to give us a really good stretch in the side body. Nice lateral stretch for your spine. And then we're also going to get a really great shoulder opener as well. Let's come back to neutral. We'll realign through the spine here and float yourself forward into table. As you come to table, take your knees, your hips in line, wrists, shoulders in line, fingers standing wide. So we'll press down to the index finger. We're going to press down to our thumb. Right foot takes the float up in between the hands. So it's going to take a nice big step forward. And begin to bend and straighten your front leg. Just going to kind of flow with the breath here. So each breath we create movement. On the exhalation, feel the knee bending, moving forward, and then exhalation, feel the legs straightening, and then create that nice folding forward. Straighten your front leg. Give yourself a fold forward. Allow for your spine to relax. Try to let go of tension through the back of your neck and the back of your head. Bend deeply into your front knee. Let your hips come forward and down. And we'll breathe here. This is going to give you that nice hip flexor and psoas stretch. Let's come back up through the center, and we're going to do a reset into a tabletop. So you're just going to take your right knee to meet your left knee. Lower your stomach down. Lift up through the heart space. Tailbone will lower. Crown of the head will lower. And then flow through cat and dog for a moment. Lengthen as you inhale. Lengthen as you exhale. As you inhale, let your shoulders relax from your ears, creating that space between the ears and the shoulders. Feel the shoulder blades moving down your back. And then on the exhale, rounding your back, imagine creating space between the shoulder blades. Coming into a neutral spine here, left foot takes that float up in between the hands. Begin to bend, straighten your front leg. Let's straighten out that front leg. Give yourself your fold forward. Bend into the front knee, hips come forward and down. Let's make our way into a fold. Take your right foot to meet your left foot and shake it out a little bit here. So it may feel nice to bend one knee, to bend the other knee, and then relax your head yes, and relax your head no. Let's find stillness. Hands to the right, find a side stretch here. Feel grounded through both of your feet. Back to center. Release to the other side. And then back onto the center. Take a half lift here. We're going to find a flat back. Hold yourself down. Come on up. We're going to rise into mountains. Then draw your hands at your heart space, breathing out. Let's take our hands up. Fingers will interlock. Press your palms to the sky. Take a nice deep full breath to lengthen here. Release your hands to the right. We'll try a nice stretch for the spine. We call this one a variation of half moon because it kind of looks like the outside of the moon. And we're going to come back onto the center, lengthen, and release your hands to the other side. Try to feel grounded evenly through both of your feet. We're going to take ourselves back onto the center. Release your hands behind your body, coming into a yoga mudra. Fingers interlock, palms touch, lengthen, fold yourself down, breathe out. Try to relax the fronts of your shoulders and just noticing if that helps you move deeper into the shoulder stretch. Gently relax your hands onto your low back. Float your hands down towards the ground. And right foot takes a step back. Let's come to a runner's lunge. Right knee will lower. Hands are going to reach to the sky this time. We'll come into a knee down warrior. We'll take Anjane Asana. So let's just let those hips float forward and down. Try to square your hips forward. Breathe in and out. Hands are going to lower. Last hand lifts when you're ready. And let's take a runner's or a knee down twist rather. As you take your twist with your in-breath, feel your spine lengthen. On your out-breath, let your twist deepen. Float your hand down. We're going to take our right foot to meet our left foot, coming into a fold. Left foot takes a float back. Left knee will lower. Hands to the sky on the in-breath. Arms are framing your ears. Fingers are active. Reaching, stretching through your fingertips. Hands come down. Right hand lift. Take your twist. Rolling that right shoulder back. Left shoulder under. Feel that the heart is shining to the sky. Let's do a reset back into a tabletop. Child's pose as you exhale. So for child's pose, try to let your hips lower down to your heels. Let your heart lower down towards the mat. And then breathe here into your low back, mid back, and upper back stretch. Down dog when you're ready. Toes curl under, sitting bones to the sky. Shake it out in down dog. Bend one knee, bend the other knee. Relax your head yes. Relax your head no. Coming into stillness here. Make your way to plank. Knees up or down. We're going to work with Sphinx to gently warm the spine up. Lower it down to the mat. Hands can come out in front of you. Elbows in line with your shoulders. Maybe reach for opposite arms. We'll breathe here into the low back bend. And then option to stay here, you could lift on up, hands press down, elbows lift up, elbows ramp in. And you can also straighten your arms, For seal, we're going to reach, stretch through the crown of the head. Come on down to the yoga mat. Give yourself a breath here. Press back. Downward facing dog. Twist to the hands. Float it forward, coming into a fold. Take a half lift. Hold yourself down. Come on up. Let's rise for mountain as you inhale. Hands at the heart space as you exhale. Let's bring our hands onto our hips. Drop your hips back and down for a chair. Knees down to your toes. Make sure that you can see the tips of your toes. So we just don't want our knees to be moving too far forward here. Right foot's going to take a step back into crescent. Option to do a little tap down with your knee. And then we're going to step our right foot to meet our left foot. Back to chair. Left foot's going to take a float back. Give a little tap down. Reset back to chair. Right foot floats. And reset to chair. Last foot floats. Reset to chair. And we're just going to take this one side to side for a moment. And then let's come back. We're going to release into chair, and then we're going to take a fold. We're going to reach for opposite elbows, coming into ragdoll. Let yourself hang over. Maybe rock to the right, and then rock to the left. Hands can release down towards the ground. Let's come up through the spine. We're going to take our half lift. So hands to shins, lifting and lengthening your spine. Fold yourself forward. Come on up for mountain as you inhale. Draw your hands at your heart as you exhale. Let's try chair again. So we're just going to drop our hips back and down. Send your weight into your heels. Toes are light. Right foot takes a foot back for warrior 3. And from warrior 3, let's come into a crescent warrior. So for crescent, be right on the toes of your right foot. Have the majority of your foot lifted. Take a moment to square your hips and your shoulders forward. Movement, straighten your front leg. Arms alongside your body, palms face forward. Back and through. Exhale. And inhale. Let's take this one with our breath for a moment.